I want to bring in right now former Massachusetts Senator Scott Brown. Senator, good to see you.
It's great to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us. And it is an historic and exciting day today. How do you see it?
Well, I've been out. I was here last night. Obviously, the folks that aren't too happy are out and about and causing a lot of trouble. And even this morning, you see the busloads of folks coming in from the suburbs and just offloading, and they're ready to go, and they want to stir up trouble. And I think that's a little bit disappointing.
It really is.
I love what Greg Gutfeld said. He said the only people happy today with all the protesters are their family members, which I thought was a really great way to put it. They're out of the basement.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, I just, you of course want to have people say what they want and do what they want, free country. But there is something sad about the fact that you have such vitriol still. I mean, the election is over.
Well, there are folks here who are professional protesters. They're coming with the gas masks and the tactical vests, and they just want to cause trouble. Those are the people I'm more concerned about. The average person is just disappointed. Listen, come, do your thing, but don't get in the face of others who are here to enjoy themselves. My daughter sang last night. She sang before Bret Michaels. My wife and my daughter walked outside the theater, and it was total mayhem to the point that they felt nervous, and they just went back to the hotel. I mean, that's the type of stuff that's really inappropriate.
You know, we're ushering in the 45th president, and we're actually seeing some voter anxiety that fueled President-elect Donald Trump's victory. He addressed this last night when he said he could feel something change during the last month of his campaign. Watch this.
The polls started going up, but they didn't want to give us credit because they forgot about a lot of us. On the campaign, I called it the forgotten man and the forgotten woman. Well, you're not forgotten anymore, that I can tell you.
What do you get from voters right now? Do you see a sense of change, that people are more hopeful?
Absolutely. I see it not only just traveling around the country, but speaking to businesses. Obviously, you don't have the EPA, the IRS, going to be targeting folks, whether that's for more regulations or whether it's singling them out for audits and the like, or denying a potential nonprofit status. You have the lowering of regulations, the streamlining and consolidating, the hope that they'll lower corporate and individual taxes. Just this like pro-business, somebody who signed the front of a paycheck versus who's just kind of taking. So there's a lot of enthusiasm to say, okay, we're going to give the guy a chance, and if in fact it works, we're going to go and hire, we're going to grow, we're going to expand. And the fact that a lot of companies now have that kind of green light to stay and invest, have our rule of law, have obviously a lot that goes with it, the great American workers, the ingenuity, the creativity is so critical. I'm very excited.
Well, as of noon today, President Trump will have to focus all of his energies on doing just that. And but rather than, because there's going to be, you see the protesters today, there's going to be a lot of hate aimed in his direction, particularly from the mainstream media, people who are angry that he won in the first place. He's got to focus not on that, but on delivering on his promises to those voters that he was talking about.
I think he thrives on that hate. It's something that actually gets him motivated to actually show them, you know what, I'm going to show them, that they're wrong. And I think that's a positive thing.
Show, don't tell, though. Just,
do it.
Walk the talk.
Right.
He's results driven, and they mocked him when he came down the escalator, and look where he's going to be today. I would just say it's also a time of opportunity for not just Donald Trump, but for the GOP. I mean, the pick like at the Department of Education with Betsy DeVos, what an opportunity to win over minorities if that pick, actually does what she says she's going to do and bring school choice to parents who are crying out for it. A lot of hope and opportunity.
But they gave her such a hard time. Elizabeth Warren asking her, trashing her because she's never taken out a student loan. I mean, it was so ridiculous.
They're the establishment, and we can see right through it.
And which party has actually kept the inner city people down in that they don't allow for school choice, they don't allow for vouchers, they don't allow for basically people to thrive academically in the strong union support, where I believe that that's hurting the individual students.
Last night they did a dinner at Union Station. It was incredible to me. The way they transformed Union Station. I mean, we've been at the train station 1,000 times, right? It was so elegant. I was able to meet up with the president-elect and congratulate him. He was there with his entire family, obviously, and at his table was the Speaker of the House, a majority leader. It looked to me like there was unity, Scott. I mean, and by the way, look at this picture that I took. This is Caitlyn Jenner. talking with the House Speaker, Paul Ryan. When I saw them together, I said, I got to get a picture of this.
Well,
I took the picture. And then there was Kevin McCarthy, the majority leader, also with Gary Cohn from Goldman Sachs, who has a big job now as well in the administration.
And as usual, what is the defining factor there? You look amazing as usual.
Yeah, thanks.
You know, and I've obviously met Caitlin when we were in Vegas.
Yeah,
and
we met her at the SALT
my wife, daughter, and I have a picture. Had a great conversation. We were the first ones to actually walk over, and she was a little bit, you know, like, okay, no one's saying hi. We went right over. We had like 45 minutes of quality time. Asked any and every question I wanted, and it was really a fascinating evening.
It was. And Dagan, remember yesterday what the New York Post was reporting, that there was
some of Trump's advisors were encouraging him to dance with Caitlyn Jenner at one of the balls tonight, which I think would be fantastic.
Do you think that will happen?
I don't know, but just the whole idea.
I don't think you'll ever date.
And the reason, because it shows a message, or?
Yeah, well, it just says that because Caitlyn Jenner has been lambasted by the left for her Republican views and her, quite frankly, lifelong devotion to the Republican Party. And for Caitlyn to be here, and if the president stepped up and danced with Caitlyn, I just think it says that it preaches tolerance. And again, show, don't tell. I would love to see it. I don't know if it'll happen.
I don't know if he's going to dance with somebody who's taller. As you know, Caitlyn is taller. Caitlyn is 6'4" with heels, easy. Easy.
Yeah, she's very tall.
Yeah.
Well, she went over to Paul Ryan, by the way. She went over to him, and, you know, and introduced herself, and they had a great chat. And that's when I said, oh, I have to take a picture of this.
Well, this is a coming together like we've never seen, right? Paul Ryan, Donald Trump, Caitlyn Jenner. I mean, who'd have predicted this meeting like this? Great for you to take that picture.
and they were at Donald Trump's table with their wives. Not Caitlyn, but Paul Ryan and his wife, and Kevin McCarthy and his wife.
Yes.
So I thought, okay, so you're
definitely not a wallflower.
Celebrating.
Okay?
Yeah, they're celebrating together.
Right in the thick of things.
Yeah.
That's great.
Scott Brown, Senator Brown, always a pleasure. Good